Hey, welcome back to Copperhead Kustoms and to a new episode. Today, we are going to continue on the 39. If you're new to the channel, get on there and catch up, see what we do. We have lots going on. So, this one here, the 39 Bedford, we are building for under $5,000. It is 99% finished. We are on our final list of jobs. We will make budget on this. And in a week or two, we're driving down the street. So keep looking out because soon we're going to be driving it. And then we're going to do this one. We're going to try to build this, a 1940 Chevy for $5,000. But that's not all. Stay tuned, guys, because we have other projects that as soon as this one disappears out the shed, they're lined up out there to come in. We got a 1970 Pontiac Paracine, which was in a pretty nasty accident. For Americans, it's very similar to a Pontiac Le Mans or a Catalina, I think, or a Bonneville, one of them. Catalina and a Bonneville, I think it's the same as. Four-door pillarless 1970. And that was in a very nasty sideswipe accident, and it's going to get a full respray. We started it and I hurt myself, so I had to hold off on that project. We've also got a 1928 Oakland convertible roadster pickup that we are building. Very nice looking car that will be. So that's about to head down here very soon. And we've got a 1932 Ford pickup that we're building, a fiberglass one. There's our motor for our 32 289 Chevy. Our Oakland's got a 302 Cleveland going in it. So yes, there's some other projects that will be happening very, 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 very soon. So I haven't videoed for a couple of days. I've been busy with the boss. But last night I come and did this. So I'll drop some footage up now. Enough rambling. What are we doing today? What we are going to do is attempt. I'm going to attempt to paint the logo on the freaking roller door with pressure pack. Big, huge attempt in capitals. Because who knows, this may turn to total mess or it may look good. So we'll see. It's all going to be freehand, no stenciling, no nothing. That's not how we do stuff here. We just do it. I'm just going to have a crack with freehand. So I'm just going to pull the picture up on my phone and have a go. So, and if you didn't know, I actually drew the logo myself. So we'll see if we can replicate it on there. All right? Let's see what we do. Reaper.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back, they They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do, that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread, with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
We are back. Whew, should have worn a mask then, I reckon. Anyway, that's what we've come up with. It's not perfect, but it's close. Hey, what do you reckon? What do we think? Bit rough. Needs a bit more going over. But my cans were playing up. They're getting old, but it's better than that. Looking at it like that, isn't it? I reckon. What do you guys think? Drop some comments down. Oh, it needs a bit more, but I've had enough. I think I'm freaking stoned off of that. Woo. Anyway, that's all we did. Quickly buzz that up, and Reaper. We'll probably just throw this in one of the other videos, I think, because it's only about 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm going inside. Reaper. Me doing it. I didn't actually talk a real lot because someone wasn't wearing his respirator, and by the time I finished that, I was sort of a bit like this, and I had to go inside and have a heap of Panadol and have a rest and go to sleep. So that's just done freehand. Yeah, I don't know. Just something different. It's not perfect. It's a bit blotchy, but looks better than looking at a dirty old grey shed. As you can see, my shed is a little bit, yeah, we don't like looking at where our shed's a bit different than most people. Well, I've got stuff everywhere. Heap of racing, paraphernalia. Now most of this stuff is mine. Well, some of them are other competitors, but a lot of these are my old race cars or doors off race cars, my cars, all right? There is a little bit of other competitors' doors that I've grabbed through the years, but a lot of this was when I was racing. And I just think it looks better than looking at the shed. So anyway, we thought we'd do that. Not too bad, eh? So anyway, what we are going to do today is, like I said, we're back on this. I've been thinking, in the last episode, we started looking at the headlights. So I'm actually trying to find, if anyone knows, other than buying a full refurb kit, if anyone knows how to convert, if there's such a thing as a globe that is a bayonet fitting, but runs a more modern style globe, like a H7 type globe, but that has a bayonet fitting. If someone knows about them, if there is such a thing, reach out to me. Yeah, so I'm actually trying to work out how to put some brighter lights is what I'm trying to do. Because these old globes are going to be like candles. So, yes, we pulled the lights apart for the first time. And we'll give our glasses a bit of a polish. And our reflectors, well, I'm going to do a test. I was thinking about painting them with chrome paint because they're a bit tarnished up. So I'm going to do a little test with some chrome paint and see what it looks like, see if it will work or not. That's what I was thinking. Might be a bad idea, it might not. So, but that's not what we're going to do today, because until we work out the globes, I think I took the original globe inside. We have to go buy, we'll just buy a set of originals to start with. I think unless we can get a globe and we could get rid of, maybe we could get a sealed unit, is what I was thinking last night, that fits that ring like that. A proper sealed beam, maybe, don't know. So we may head down, might do that, I don't know, probably tomorrow we'll do that. Head down the part shop and see what if they have anything like that. So we're going to hold off on the headlights. We'll just clean it had a bit of a rat nest. We'll vacuum that crap up. But what we're doing, other than rambling, is I'm going to continue with the throttle linkage assembly. So I think I've just come up in my head with how I want to do it. So that's the plan. So let's stop talking malarkey. And for all you newbies, you will hear some very weird sayings. If you're especially from overseas, you will hear some very weird sayings. Now, most of these sayings are kind of Australian. It's not like the movies that you see, you know, Crocodile Dundee or that malarkey. You know, like, they're all a bit far-fetched. But we do have talk in a bit of a weird way compared to some of you. We have some stupid sayings, you know. So you will hear these stupid sayings come out of me from time to time. And, yeah, you'll work them out. Anyway, let's get some freaking work done. Repart.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it. And I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah, this is a statement to appreciate all that is vacant. It's just for the taking. If you make up your mind, you can take it. I'm never complacent. I would work in a mansion or basement, yeah. There's no replacement for persistence, it's a patience, yeah. In this life, I wanna be soaring, to feel sun inside when it's pouring. And I'll fight till anxiety is foreign. I'm so sick of my mind's extortion. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, yeah. the pain. You wanna sink or swim, I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within, I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win, I'm gonna find my meaning. I can make a change, I wanna play the game. You wanna sink or swim, I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within, I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win, I'm going off, I know it's time to make a change. And I can take the pain. You wanna sink or swim, I'm gonna go down swinging. Look deep within, I get lost in the feeling. I just need a win, I'm gonna find my meaning. I can make a change, I wanna play the game, yeah.
Alright, we are back. And so, right, this is what we have come up with. Now, here's the original, yeah? So, I didn't have any tube, pipe, whatever you want to call it, that was close enough inside diameter to our actual rods. The stuff I had was all a little bit too big, a bit sloppy. So I was like, that I didn't want to have issues later with it, like binding up a bit or anything. So what we did, how hot's this going to be? It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So what we've done is this is what we've made. All right. So here's our original. That's what we did. So I just got a piece of flat bar and drilled a hole the same size, cut a square, welded it. All right. So that's what we did there. So that's now, yeah, the right size. So like I was saying, I didn't have any pipe, so I just made a little packer. So that just gives us extra bite for our rod to go into. And yeah, a little bit rough, but good enough. See if they work. So yeah, there's our originals and there's our new ones. So now basically what that will do, we haven't put them on yet or tried it or anything, is we'll put that on the existing holes, something like that. Yeah, and that will now bring our rod down lower. It's going to take it back a little piece away from the carby. What we'll do is we'll put this rod, we'll take this as far as we can over, and then we'll put the little like the little sockety thing on the inside to give this rod a bit more angle, because our actual, I don't know if you can see that, but it is basically down there, and then so really it wants to pull this way, okay? But we're trying to get it to just pull up. So what I've done is we're going to have it back a bit, so it's going to pull from back here somewhere. This here will be more on a bit more of an angle like that, not horizontal. We'll have that going down a little bit, and then our rod here will also be coming down and from in this sort of, so you know, does that make sense? Our little linkage rod will be coming from here. Right, if I sit you there, right, so our linkage rod will be coming from here on an angle like that. So that will help with the pull, because it wants to pull, see? So yeah, we're going to set our linkage on an angle like that, so that when this thing rotates, that should work anyway, I'm hoping. We're actually getting a little bit of an angle on the rod, which actually will help that initial movement. So I did have it moving where it is, but it's a bit sticky on that initial movement. So yeah, I come up with, if I take this as far as we can that way, and then put our rod from the inside and have it back that way a little bit, then we should get a bit of an angle like this on our rod, on this rod here, which helps that initial movement. So we'll put it all, bolt it all together, and now we'll see if it's going to work or not. Fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed, because we don't know. We don't know. It's just trial and error. Basically, I think you'll get close. Now, whether I've got enough, whether I've got this in the right spot, realistically, I was just meant to make the bend, and before I drilled this hole, I was actually meant to come and dummy fit it, but I forgot. But the only issue can be whether this rod here, now we do have a bit of adjustment in that, but not a lot. So whether that rod is going to be the correct length or not, we are unsure. So, yeah. Well, let's keep motoring and we will see how it works. So next step is we'll bolt all this, our new brackets up, and we'll set this up, and we'll see if it's going to happen or not. So now if you're wondering why I'm doing all this malarkey, it's because our helmet would not go on. number one. Our helmet would not work. And, well, that's the main thing. But with the rod being here, which is where it would have been right there, it also led to issues with this, which is what I was just describing. So, but yeah, the main reason was that our helmet was fouling. So now we're underneath, we're going to be underneath and back. We're going to be back away from the helmet, which is our air cleaner, which is here. So, you know, that's what happens. We want to make something cool, a cool factor, and the snowball effect happens with it, affects other problems. You know, you get other problems. Now, could have we just gone and got a little tiny baby air cleaner? Well, we probably could have, and it may have worked. This is what happens. This is what happens when we retrofit, eh? So, basically, if you've taken any notice of the green one that's up the top, which is the same cab, everything, it's the same kind of setup, yeah? Like, it has the 235 six-cylinder in it, which is the same as what this sucker would have come out with, which is the 235 Chev six-cylinder, yeah? I've got about 3 of them up the top. So the Bedford would have had that motor, basically. Very, very, very similar. I'm pretty sure it's a 235. There's a 235 and a 216, I think. So it would have been one of them, and they're a bit bigger. They sit a bit higher than this does. They sit it up about here, and it's just all a little bit different. So it's very similar, but not quite the same. So that's all. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's put it together and see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it works. Reaper.
Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Flashing red lights, driving at night, windowless ride, feeling alive. Nothing in sight, forever in flight. Follow those lines, we'll make it this time. Blurry street lights, work as a guide to memories that we're making tonight. Oh yeah, we'll make it tonight. Yeah, I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country limit. I don't need a guide, follow lights, take me where I wanna visit. Are you alive? Or just breathing? I'm in a race that everybody's chasing fast. They wanna be that someone on the screen at last. They ain't looking inside for their needs in life. They wanna be liked by everybody in sight. But trust me, being free ain't spotlights. No, it's long nights and it's long fights with yourself all the time to get your mind right. But if you put in the work, you can find the light, alright. I'll do anything that I feel like I wanna do. I'm living life like I got nothing left to prove. No end in sight, just always staying on the move. I'll go all night if that's just what I gotta do. Life's too short to care about what you can't afford. Memories are in what you explore, so just don't be ignored. Go ask for more, go ask for more. Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH country.
So, we are back now. We didn't get a lot done today because old mate come down because we thought we might have had a snake under the house. because something got knocked over last night. So he came around and we went looking for snakies, slithery snakies, and we couldn't find one. We did find a couple of skins, but they were a bit old. But we have a feeling there's one kicking around around here somewhere. Yes. Yes, we've got a feeling there is one out the back of the shed somewhere. So next week we'll have a bit better hunt for him. He reckons he found some remnants, so yeah, fingers crossed we find him, and fingers crossed we don't find him in here. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is this. We have it running. Yeah, it's pretty damn close. I actually had it a bit nicer a minute ago, but I had this a little bit this way, and it was only just clearing. So I actually adjusted it all and got the rod more vertical, and it's a little bit sticky. We need a stronger spring on the carby. You can see it's springing back. So that's full throttle. Boom. And it actually works in there, and the pedal inside, look, let's go look, hey? Then you're not just taking my word for it. So if you remember the pedal in here, the accelerator pedal was like sticking up a little bit too high, and I said that will even up. So now we've got them nice and even, and like that's full throttle. So we're working, we've got spring. I'm going to run one or two springs on the carby though, and I'm going to run a lot stronger springs than what's on there. I don't mind having a strong spring. I've always, even when I raced, I liked having a strong spring on my accelerator. I didn't like the weak spring. Some drivers like a weaker spring. You know, I like a fair bit of like you got to push. That's how I used to like it. I used to get better. I had pretty good throttle control when I raced, and I like the stiff spring. Okay, so when you race, you've got to run dual springs, you see. You've got to have dual springs, return springs. And I used to run Psycho once. So a lot of people would have hated the way I used to have my spring set up. Anyway, we still got to put a split pin in here, and I don't know if we'll give them a pain or not. But yeah, it seems to be working all right. I think we're happy. So this is an original setup, see? All original. This is all original. It's a fair old contraption. As you can see, our linkage down there. What we'll do is I'll quickly pull this off. Now, admittedly, this is not our carby, remembering, but our carby will be identical. That carby there is set up for the anti-pollution canister filter malarkey that they had. That came off our other motor. That's not the one we're running, but it is the same linkage setup that we're going to run. We're going to run that linkage setup. So what we ended up doing is the little ball. We took the ball off the old linkage, and we actually had to cut it off. The ball that was on this one, we had to cut off because it was too small, and bolt the new ball in. We actually, if you see how these work, there's a screw in the top. I'm just trying to get you in there, guys. It's pretty hard. There's a screw in the very top there. There, you can see that there. There's a screw in there. There. And it's like a little grub screw, but it's with a screwdriver. And then there's a little piece in here with a spring, and they squash down onto the ball, right? Well, what happened? Yes, I dropped it and lost it. So we found a bolt. I put a bolt through on the one on the bottom, and I cut it, and then I put a line in it. So yeah, we've got the same setup on the bottom though, but I just had to make a new one. This was all rusty and yuck, and we stuck it in the wire brush grinder thing, and it's all brass and beautiful now. And we've got all these all have adjustment, but this is how I've worked it. So have a little look-ski. So what we did, I remember you saying I had to get this on an angle. Well, we've got that nice. I think we've got a nice pull now. See? Well, so I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty sure that's given us full throttle too. That's full throttle, so yeah. very good, I think. So yeah, we'll put 2 springs here, and we'll put stronger ones though, because that's a bit of a flimsy one. I'll put a couple of beefy ones. I had a couple, but yeah, not quite right. So we'll get a couple of them, and I think that's a success. There's our little brackets. I think success. So, where are we? There. So it kind of looks a bit factory, which is what we are going for with the whole thing, remember, is we want it to look factory. We want this thing to look like it's factory, like it's come out. And it does. It certainly does. But it looks like it's badass. Anyway, so that's our plan with that. We've got the accelerator done. So now the only piece of fabricating we got to do now, I think, is our brake master. It's the last piece of fabrication. So it's getting dark, as you can see. So it's been, I think we'll do that tomorrow. In the next episode, we'll do the master cylinder. And I'm going to tomorrow try to look at the headlights, see what we can tizzy up with them. At least, worst case, we'll get globes for this. For these, worst case, we'll get globes for them. They'll be like candles, so I don't, we'll see what we can do. We may have to get like a sealed, we'll have a look, see if there's a sealed unit. And yeah, by tomorrow night, hopefully I can put the headlights back in. And we'll bake the master cylinder bracket, and oh yeah, that's pretty much the last of the challenges, other than the wiring, which, like I said the other day, I am in the process of doing my schematic diagram, and yeah, the way we're looking, late next week, I reckon. Late next week. We hopefully fire. Now, I don't know what day. Today, for me, is Friday. So, this is probably going to come out either Saturday or Sunday. And now, what I am doing is, there's a couple of YouTubers in America. And we're going to do I think we're going to do a live thing with the 3 or 4 of us. Well, I think that, I don't know how many there is, but I think we're going to do a live feed. So that will be American time, I think 5 o'clock Eastern is what they've said, which over here in Australia, so that's on Sunday night, 5 o'clock Eastern, Sunday night American time, I'm pretty sure, which for Australia is, it's probably, I don't know, 7 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, something like that, okay? So you can work that out anyway. I'm pretty sure it's 5 o'clock Eastern, American time, is when we're doing it. So yes, if you are interested, jump on and you can, we'll be live talking car stuff, I suppose. And yeah, I'll probably quickly put a little up of the other guy's pages. The other guy who I definitely know is part of it. I'll put a thing on him, and yeah, tune in to that, either to my page or his page. I don't know how it works. I don't actually know how it works. He'll fill me in. It'll probably be, you'll have to probably look on his page, and you'll get, yeah, you'll probably have to go and see his. It's Phillips Run something. I don't know. It's a bit of a tongue twister, his channel name. But I'll put a link here right now. Well, not a link, but there, that was the name of his channel. 5 o'clock Eastern American time. All right, so you can work it out. Type that into Google, and it will tell you what the time is at your place. All right, so Sunday night, 5 o'clock Eastern. Join in, and come and have a chat. We'll have a chat. You can just type your stuff in, and we'll answer your questions and whatever. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Anyway, I think it's that time where we will go and we'll do the but wait, we will have to see you when we do some more. Ba-dee-ba-ba. Ba-dee-ba-ba.